Good evening, people. Welcome to this year, 2024's Schwarzenegger season. I did this last year. I had a fun time doing it. A lot of people seem to watch some of them videos, which kind of blew my mind. And I was in the mood to do it again, so I am starting it. And what better way to start it with 1984's Conan the Destroyer. Sequel to Conan the Barbarian. This is 40 years old. That's mad. It really is. But Conan is back and he gets sent on a quest by the Queen, played by Sarah Douglas. Sent on a quest to take her niece, Princess Jenna, to go and find this magical horn which will reawaken the dreaming god Dagoth. But before they do that, they've got to find a gem which will point the way, and she also sends a guy called Bombata, which is played by the monstrously tall Wilt Chamberlain, and as soon as they have it, he has orders to kill Conan. We know that's not going to happen. No one's going to kill Arnold. I don't care if you're 7'1", 8'1", 12'1". You're not killing Arnold. Along the way, he fights various people, various wizards, and it's the same kind of stuff as in Conan the Barbarian. Now, the last time I watched this, I think I watched them both pretty close together, and I preferred this. Now, I prefer the first one. I think I described Conan the Barbarian last year something like it was more spiritual because of Conan's belief in Crumb, and they sit around talking and the music and all that kind of stuff. It's more spiritual. This, I didn't get any of that this time. It's just a straight up fantasy sword play action film. We also have Grace Jones, who Arnold kind of saves, but it felt there was less actual action, less actual sword fighting. I don't know if that's true because it's been a year since I've seen the first Conan, but it just didn't feel as bloody, didn't feel as action-packed or as serious or as spiritual. It just felt like a fun action fantasy adventure film. Arnold is fine. Grace Jones is fun to watch. The scenery where it's set, I love it. I love this kind of looking film. And when we see this Dagoth thing at the end, he's a great big ugly bastard, which Arnold jumps on top of him and pulls his horn right off his head and kills him. And I do like it. I can't say I don't like it. I do like it, but just not quite as much as Conan the Barbarian. And this film ends with Conan sitting on his throne. And it's been 40 years and we're still waiting for a King Conan film. I know Bob would love to see a King Conan film. I don't see why they couldn't do a King Conan film. Because Arnold is of that age now where he would look like a King Conan might look. And if you want to beef him up a bit, because he doesn't look like he did here or in the first Conan, if you want to beef him up a tad, do what he did in Terminator Genesis. Stick his head on someone else's body, and then age it a tad but keep the size, and you could do a King Conan. Because what else is Arnold doing? He's not doing anything else. He's doing an advert with Danny DeVito for some silly insurance or bank thing. He's doing that shitty TV show Fubar. Like, what else has Arnold got to do? Make a cameo in Stallone's documentary about his family? What's Arnold doing? Nothing. So I don't think it'll ever happen myself, but pull your finger out your arse, Arnold, and make Conan, King Conan, the Legend of Conan, Conan the King. Just make it before it's too late. but I do like it. I do like this. I've never read any. I think Conan's a comic. Never read any of that. But needless to say, both Conans are fun, and they're the same kind of thing, but not quite as good as the first one, in my opinion. So that begins. If I'm not wrong, Sarah Douglas was that Kryptonian in Superman 2, who blew the helicopter with a kiss, and it woo. Anyway, Conan the Destroyer begins Schwarzenegger season 2024. Comments are welcome.